For the member of group 1, regarding pattern and irregularity, they decided to work on cooling device. So they find different picture of cooling device and they separate them into 4 patterns. The pattern 1 is manual hand fan. The second one is electric fan. And the third is air conditioner. And the fourth is portable electric fan. Okay. So from here, they identify the recurrence share characteristic of the manual fan are sheet shape. Oh, it's like a sheet. Arm arm pain มันเมื่อยแขน Okay. The chain within the same pattern, they mentioned that it either foldable or unfoldable. Okay. The material could be different. Some people use feather. Some people use paper. Some people use bamboo, right? They like sewing it. Okay. That's great. Of observation. Okay. Oh, and they mentioned that for pattern B is electric fan. Usually have like propeller, wind level adjustable. Okay. In the past may not, right? And then they have later on. Yeah. Some of them can be rotatable. The chain within the pattern is that the positioning, it could be on the ceiling, it could be on the side, it could be on the ground. The plastic could be different. Okay. Now I will let a volunteer from your team to present to us regarding your finding of the cause of chain. One of the member could turn on the microphone.
For the slide, we separated to 4 groups, which is hand fan, electric fan, air conditioner, and portable electric fan. And like the first one, it is portable, but it is like it needs human force to moving it around, so it is kind of hard to use. So this is the reason why we changed into electric fan, because we want to like use less physical power of like human, so we change it into electric. So the next era is the electric fan, and this is automatically work like create wind by electricity, but there is like the cool air is not enough. Like there is a wind, but the wind is not that cool, so we change it into the air conditioner. And for in the air conditioner, this create cool air, and temperature are also adjustable, but it is hard to portable around, like to bring it outside. So they decide to make some portable electric fan. Like this could be run on battery, like we can use electricity to run the motors, and it's also portable. So this could be the solution. And we also have some bonus item on the previous pages. Yeah, in this page you will see like the red circular item right there, and that is what we found when we go to Japan. Like it is a neck cooling things. We could put it on refrigerator, and when we take it out it will cool. So we could put it on our neck to decrease the temperature. This is very interesting, but there is none of these categorized, so we put it on the bonus item.
Thank you
That's
very
all
much.
of the presentation. Yes. Thank you.
It's the first time that I see the bonus item. I saw like the one that like cooling gel that we have. Yeah, but this one is more like, oh, we can just wear it. That's great.
Yeah, that's kind of cooling gel, but it is very popular in Japan because our Japanese teacher brought it to us because it is very popular.
Yeah.
Yes, in Japan.
Thank you, Nalin and group 1 member. Yeah, very good presentation. Okay. The next group gonna be group 3. Let me introduce a little bit here. Group 3 select the topic of toilet. Okay, so they separate into 3 types of toilet. The first one is the natural one is like people urinate and defecate in nature. Okay, let me zoom in a little bit here. Okay. And the chain within the same pattern there could be waste burial ก็คือการฝังเนาะแทนที่จะแค่บนดินเฉยๆเนาะก็จะมีการฝังให้it could be different place okay of using this natural toilet okay regarding pattern B it will be the one that man-made they make a cement place for using as a toilet they have a water flush introduce water flush system and introduce more privacy for people and then the third one they have more comfortable seat for people to use okay ค่ะ and then a representative of group 3 will present for you guys regarding the cause of changeต้องเปิดไมค์ด้วยนะตัวแทนเนาะ
So as you can see from the first one, you can see that they urinate and poop in the nature, and sometimes it may make the area around them dirty or make the unpleasant smell. So for the sake of health and waste management, they develop into the pattern B, which are more handmade things, such as they dig deep into the ground to store the waste, and sometimes they use water to flush down and wash themselves, which give a lot of advantage in health and smell. And then we evolve to the modern toilet, which have the same system as the pattern B, but with more comfortable system, such as they can flush themselves using the water. And as teacher say, in Japan, they have some toilet that wash yourself for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you ค่ะบุญยวีเนาะ and group 3 members okay so I think they separate in a clear pattern we can see the change of these toilet patterns okay and it's a clear presentation thank you บุญยวีค่ะnext gonna be group 4 they select camera or tools to record photos okay not only just camera so they include drawing as well because in the past in the court when they not allow camera at that time or not that may not have camera as well so some people need to draw the face of people who participate in the discussion okay so the recurrence of shared characteristic are painting and sculpture skill includes sculpture as well using human force right the change within the same pattern is depend on the skill of each artist as well right and use many painting and sculpturing tools it could be just pen and paper it could be ink it could be coloring materials in the past is chemical as well for coloring using they could be paper they could be canvas that's great observation and the second pattern is like become like more like camera for nowadays and it could have light so people need people might have different lighting skill for the equipment able to use device to record video in the later on of their pattern Okay. That's our example, and one of the representative will present to you regarding the cause of change. ตรงนี้โดนบังนิดหน่อย โอเคไม่เป็นไร ซูมเอานิดโอเค ตัวแทนกลุ่ม4ค่ะ
ครับ Okay. Well, so we have these 3 patterns for how to capture images. So we start off with a drawings, sculpturing, and art. We use canvas. The humans use force and skill to detail the image, which takes time to process. And then the evolution starts with change from being able to draw or sculpt to knowing the ability to take photos and develop films to create images. And then we onto the pattern B, which the features are they can automatically change it based on what is seen in the image. It's easier to carry and takes image instantly. Well, and that's for pattern B, and then it evolves to pattern C with the features of they no longer need to waste time developing films. Instead, we use digital sensors to focus and capture the surroundings instantly. And the final result would be the pattern C, which are digital cameras to this day. The device uses digital means to process images, which means you can get photos immediately. Moreover, the devices are so small so that they're convenient to use. That's all.
Thank you ค่ะ พีรวิทย์ค่ะ it is a clear presentation, and only additional part that I will give is that it could be the development of the display for camera as well, because from the photo I noticed that this one have display, but this one is like no display, only the eyepiece that we can look through, right? And I think it's a great way to separate the pattern as well. We can clearly see the change in change of overall. Yeah. Thank you, Piravich and group 4 members. Last group gonna be group 2 ค่ะ. Let me introduce a little bit here. So they select automobile, okay, land transportation. They focus on something that we can ride on, right? The recurrence of share characteristic, they have wheels, right? And the wheels are circle, okay? And it's open air, steam power. Seat style, or seat style could be different, okay? Some could be more comfortable than the other, okay? And regarding pattern B, in addition to color, there could be, I saw on the left, there is a like look like a roof for people if it rain, right? Yeah, that could be additional part of a chain within the same pattern as well. And for pattern C, it could be different engine, right? Energy could be from petrol, energy could be from electric, and more sensor or security added to the system. Okay, thank you. Next gonna be presentation from the team member regarding the cause of change.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so start with pattern A. As you can see, there are only 3 wheels, and it is a wagon wheel. It's really thin, and it can break very easily. Also, they didn't use a steering wheel. They just use a handle to direction of all car. And this open air doesn't have any roof at all. Okay, and it's also used the steam power to run this car. How it goes to pattern B is the first car, it had very few safety features, so most most were modeled after horse-drawn carriage, so they often lack of a roof or much in the way of comfort. Yeah, it's really bad for your back, yeah, as you can see. So in the pattern B, you can see it sorry. So as you can see, it got improved like quite a lot. It have a light on the front. It have four wheel. Also, it's still a walk-on wheel, but there's a rubber on it already. And also the car seem to be like more comfort. There like a leather chair and also a roof on the back. Okay, so but it's still an open air, but yeah, it's more comfort than the pattern A. Okay, so next, how it's changed to pattern C is they eliminate the need of the hand crank engine. So for anyone who wonder what is hand crank, this is the picture of hand crank. As you can see, this man use his hand to crank the engine to start the engine of his car. Yeah, that's it. So they eliminate the hand crank engine, so because it could backfire and injure the driver. So the electric starter was also an early safety feature. This means this car they change from hand crank into like a remote to start the engine, so the driver won't be hurt anyway. Okay, so in pattern C you can see sorry. In pattern C you can see the a roof, a window, and everything seems to be like improved a lot. A car is not a walk-on wheel anymore. It use tires, a custom wheel for the car, and there is air conditioning inside, and there is a steering wheel. It doesn't use a handle anymore. As you can see in this picture, you just use a handle to drive the car. Okay, so and also it use a petrol plus electric power. So this means there is a gas car and an electric car. Some is hybrid. They use both. And yeah, that's all. So I want to say one more thing is, like when they create a car, first they didn't look for much comfort. They just look for safety of the driver first. Then they improve the comfort of the car. And that is. Thank you.
Thank you ค่ะ Vilavat, and member of group 2 เนาะ is a clear presentation, and we can see from the picture of hand crank what is it as well. I forgot about it already until you mentioned it. So thank you all for your participation in the work, and also we could have chance to provide some feedback, and we could learn from each other. I appreciate that very much. And I will stop share the slide right now. And for next week, we're gonna be a group of 2 to 3 people, smaller group. I will provide a topic for the activity, okay, like a big topic, okay. In that case, for today, that will be all for our class today. But before end the class, I would like to ask whether anyone could turn on the camera and we take a photo together. I stop record.